Hello. Hey, Oder, how's it going? Oh, we're doing this. I got stuff to do. Second job time. All right, we're gonna work on stuff here. Yeah. I already got the fix in for the staves. I got some stuff in right now. First thing I need to do is work on some recipe stuff. We'll do the barrel first. Hey, Daz. I'll do the barrel stuff first. I'm gonna remove all of the elemental barrel recipes, and I'm gonna make sure I put in recipes for the rust crystals to be able to do stuff with that. The idea is to do all the elemental crystal stuff. You should be using the new system where you place the crystals around an essence generator, and that will tick them into whatever element you want over time. And or get them from drops and or craft them, right? Like, I don't need a barrel recipe on top of that. But for the regular rust crystals, yeah, probably a barrel recipe would help. So let's go into barrel recipes. There we go. Elemental crystals. Ooh. Oh man. All right, what am I doing? I'm so tired. Oh, look at that pretty red with green symbols. Where? Something that was pretty red with green symbols? I don't know. Yep, there was. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. All the crystals, yeah. Yeah, the crystals look awesome. I want to give the crystals more use. I'm getting there. This had to be ironed out and a way to like turn the rust into like elemental crystals. I would like for these crystals to be something that you use to imbue things with a certain element and have elements actually matter. But this is the first step to having a system like that. Valentine's is serious times. A mod Nate in arms race. It's true. It's true. Very true. All right, so we're going to just have this be rust. There we go. Allowed variance rust. This one is going to be rust. That should be all I need to do for this. Boop. We're gonna reload. We should only have rust crystals now. I like easy things like this. Let's keep this up. Let's go. And let's open a soda because I need the caffeine. It's weird. I slept like a rock last night, but still feel tired. Still feel so tired. Let's make it daytime. All right, barrel recipe. Let's look at like elemental crystals here. Right, we got no barrel recipe there. Large fire, no barrel recipe. Let's do a medium crystal. No barrel recipe. Perfect. What we should have barrel recipes are gonna be for the rust crystals. Small rust crystal right there. Mix in a barrel. Rusty dust, a bunch of seawater. Bam. Medium. Medium is coming up null. We're gonna have to look at that. And what about large? Maybe the same thing? Okay. So it looks like only small is working. Oh, because I set these to false. Jesus Christ. Ah, true. True. Reload. Currently breaking down sections of the direwolf armor saddle. Oh no. Got like Wyvern open, Elk open, Direwolf open. Oh man. Hey Vexus, modding ain't an arms race. Yes, more easy stuff, right? Should all be easy. Rust crystal, there we go. We got a barrel recipe here. So for this recipe, I need to limit you to, you know, like how many you can have per barrel batch. I don't want this to be like the best way to do this. But you will be able to take 25 liters of seawater at a time. So basically, the way the math works out here, you could put enough rusty dust in to make 3 small crystals, or, you know, for the medium rust crystals, you can make 2 batches of them, or for the large rust crystal, you would make 1 at a time. And of course, with each one of these, the time is longer. So we've had wyverns for some time, but we're gonna have dragons too. Yeah. Do barrel rolls. Wyverns ain't as cool as dragons, but they're probably easier to animate. I like wyverns a little more than a dragon, mainly because I think of them as like a really good mount. You know, dragons kind of like, I don't know, horseback riding a little bit. You know, I feel like it would be like rougher. I don't know. Could also be World of Warcraft that has conditioned me to like wyverns as well. I like some of the mounts there. I forgot to put my playlist on shuffle. There we go. All right, so the barrel recipes are done. Done. Add recipe for rust crystal. Rust crystal anchor. That's right. I never made the anchor recipes for the rust crystals. Yeah, the rust crystal anchors. So let's do that. Let's go into recipes. Grid. I believe I have these in Cannot Craft. And I think they're a tool, right? Tool focus. Yep, there it is. So it's that right there. Let's shut down the game, because I gotta make some new stuff here. Let's copy and paste this. So instead of Rift Bloom, this is gonna be small rust crystal. We're gonna open it up. I want to make sure that that is correct. What am I looking for? I've had brain fog like all day. Rift Anchor. All right, small rust crystal is the name. So here we go. Instead of Rift Bloom, it's going to be small rust crystal. Instead of dry grass, it's going to be 1. We'll do enchanted stone. No, you know what? We'll do 2 enchanted stones. There we go. I'll do the less limbs. I like dragons a lot more over wyverns until Arc, so I get that. Yeah, it's like once you run into like the right wyvern, you're good, right? Like you get sold pretty easily. I mean, dragons, right? A lot of them you draw them with like, you know, you make them with like the scales on their spine, and it's got to be uncomfortable. Vexus, thank you for the resub. 9 months. Whew. Man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, The Michael Java. Hey, good day. How's it going? We are working on stuff. I'm trying to push through it. I was rougher last night. Like I kind of fever spiking, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I mean, spines are flexible as long as they go down the right way. All right. I'm wondering if I have too many reagents here, too many costs, right? Like 2 shifting fibers. Should it just be like 1 shifting fiber? Nah, you know what? No one's complained. I'm not gonna mess with it. No one's complained. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, me too. The brain fog has been like the worst part of this. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to work on stuff at work, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna send an email, and I open up like Chrome and then type in like start to type in the email address, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to just take a break. Like, I am so confused right now. For shame. All right, so we got this anchor here. I need to create another recipe in here. So where was this? Tier 1 tools. Tier 1 tools. Paste that in there. I need to copy this. Paste that in. So it's got to be RSR. So we will do RSR, which means I can get rid of this D. There we go. So that should be working fine. We're going to save. And now let's double check to see if we have the recipe for the rust crystal anchor. Yeah, sorry you're feeling sickies. Yeah. I have a super technical vintage story question. Oh, we'll see, man. We'll see if I can answer this. I'm looking for an automated solution to adjust my server's calendar speed multiplier when it's empty and when it has players on it. Well, you would have to definitely, your code would have to live on server side. You would have to look at the world data and look at the calendar. And there's going to be a variable in there for calendar speed. And you're going to have to do something where you listen in on that speed and you set it to where if it detects that there are players that are actively playing, which means they are logged in, you know, already did the authentication and they are like spawned in and can move around. Then you would put a listener in and say, yeah, if there's anyone in the server, then set the speed to this, and then else set the speed to whatever else you want. Be the way I do it. Really hope you get better soon. Being sick sucks. It does. Like, vision's a little blurred. My eyes are super tired. like this. I thought the game was running this whole time. I never did I build it? I don't trust current Vice right now. I almost just used my real name. That's how sick I am. Almost used my real name just now. I guess it could be worse. I can like breathe, so that's good. I don't have like the super deep voice. Like when I get really sick and it's like in my chest, like my voice gets like really deep. Sounds cool, but it's a lot of baggage that comes with it. All right, the anchors. There it is. There's your rust anchor recipe. Bam. You can now make them in the game. I'm Batman. All right, so that's cool. All right, that's in. Let's mark that as done. Done. I'm surprised I was as productive as I was on the last stream. Like, I made a whole new wand. I expanded the reap spell, right? Hydrate water, like the hydrate farmland, like puts out fires now in the area, right? We have the prize spell now. I was super busy for it. Most of it's a blur, but it's not. Most of it's not a blur, but I'm very surprised. All right, so it was requested that like someone wanted to see what the what a spell's essence type was. So I guess let's just take a look at the grimoire. We'll start with that. See if it makes sense to do. Grimoire. Item grimoire. I have way too many class files. This mod has just gotten so big, it's crazy. So what would something like this look like? Mario! It's a me. First thing I would want to do, right? I'm gonna create. Oh, I already have a variable for school. Okay. And I do set it to none. Oh, I actually could use the school variable here. Let's go back to here. I will say school. Do it like this. Bam. Let's see what this looks like. All right, let me get a grimoire. This is beyond your comprehension. There we go. Take that. School light. I mean, I call it like a spell school. Like maybe I should call it like essence type. Or essence school. Or school light essence, maybe? School light essence? But it's not light essence, it's just light. Light, dark, and neutral. My brain's not working to... I mean, even when my brain's 100%, I am not good at coming up with the fancy words to get a point across. It makes sense in here, but... I mean, it can't be school, right? It shouldn't be school. It should be something like... You know what? Maybe I can put it up top, right? Right above description. Or maybe right below description before I get into like magic tier. Or maybe I should put it right underneath magic tier and just make that list longer. You could put in spell school light. Yeah, Vice, that sounds great. All right. We'll go for it. We will go for it. So this is going to be right under magic tier. See, I don't know how I would like that. Let's format it. Maybe it'll look better if it's formatted. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Does that make sense? Does this school make sense? Should I really like type it out and be like essence type? Like, should I just be essence type? Essence type. Let's see what it looks like. Essence type. Malice, eh? Nonetheless, you only want to keep 3 types and never add another one. Or like druidism. I think I'm gonna keep it spell school. I'll do spell school here. Because originally my schools were invocation, alteration, enchanting or enchantment, and conjuration. Those were the initial schools, and then I had the innate for spell school. I had a world magic tag that I was going to make some world magic spells for spell school. And then it made sense to, instead of breaking this off into 4, to just have it to where each one of these spells falls into one of the essence types. So I'm just going to keep a spell school. And you know what? I don't want it right there. I want it right there. We're going to put it right under here. I hate it. Yeah, I think it needs to go above. Above the description. Maybe it'll look better. Oops. Spell School Light, description. Shoots a weak ball of energy. And then it gets into the specifics. Maybe I should put Spell School on top of Magic Tier. Magic Tier. Or beneath? I don't know. God, man, I hate being sick. Oh, I hate being sick. It's taken me so long to do this because of how indecisive I am. You know what I want to do too? We need to change the school as well. Now, I'm doing this somewhere. Where am I doing this already? I could just copy some code. I believe I am doing this in the entity projectile rust orb. I think this is where some of the initial code is that I'm looking for. That's what it is right here. Look at that bear. So here I'm going to put this in here, right? Instead of path, I want this school. School. And I will say modified school. And this is going to be a string. And copy. And then we'll use this instead. We're going to do some char substring awesomeness here. That's what we're going to do. There you go. And see, all it did was just it capitalizes the first thing, right? So that's light. It's going to be neutral. That's going to be dark. So it's not all lowercase. Yep. And let's put the little tabaroonie in there. There you go. You got Spell School in there. I think it's great. It's perfect. We're going to mark it as done. I hate where it is. I hate where it is. It's fine. I guess I don't hate it. All right. So I guess that one's not done yet because I suppose I could add this to ciphers as well. Although, how much information is too much information? Like, eventually, the tooltip gets too big. I could put a sneak modifier on the tooltip here to where it collapses maybe the spell information. Maybe that's what I should do, is a collapse for the spell ciphers for spell information. And then do like a swap out. All right, so let's copy this. Let's pull up the item spell cipher. Here we go. Get held info. All right, so we have specific info here. Let's put that right there. Perfect. Now in here, let me take a quick look here. So I'm gonna have to put something at the bottom, complete bottom regardless. So let's go to the complete bottom here. And right, can't do it right there. I would say right in here. Okay, so it's within this if statement. Well, first things first, I'm gonna have to put... I guess it'd have to be a little further down. Okay, right here where ingredients are. This is where I need to put in an if statement. It's gonna be an if-else statement. We're gonna put this in, and I will just say, hold sneak plus right, no, just hold sneak to view spell, to view spell info. There we go. So I need... all of this. And we're going to put that in here. I need to get players, so let's do by... Where's it? Player. Come on, man. Don't make me scroll up. Item slot. Oh, I'm going to have to get the player through this .capi.world.player.entity. Oh, you know what? I could probably get controls right from player. Nope. So I do have to go into entity.controls.sneak. So if you are not sneaking, show the ingredients, which is the default. Else, if you are sneaking, that's when description, all of this stuff gets displayed. All right, let's see. So that's what you see right now, right? And then you hold sneak. Let me get it out here, all right? So you got this, and you hold sneak. So it is not showing... You son of a bitch. So it's not showing that, huh? Let me take a quick look here. You know what? Maybe I can't do this. I'm trying to think where I do this. Celestial, void, neutral to keep consistent with generators. Oh, I'm not renaming the spell schools. I'm keeping it light, neutral, and dark. Hey, Bill Bonte, how's it going? I thought this would have worked. What if I swap it? Yeah, look at that. So I don't think you can sneak when you have your like it's not that you can't sneak, it's just it's not seeing. Yeah, it's not see, you don't have the ability. Ah, that sucks. I thought you were able to like hover over and then like while you're sneaking look at something. Maybe not. All right, we're gonna undo. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. There we go. Keep going. Eat it all. Erase. Quixote coming in with the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Quixote. Let's do an exclamation shout out to Quick Jolt. I think it was last week, Quixote. I was talking about how I'm terrible with names. And I mentioned the time when you were in my stream, right? Like long time ago, and we're talking about like names. And I was calling you Quick Jolt, and then you typed in the chat like Ki Ho Te, and I said it right, and it didn't click with me. I just went right back. Ki Ho Te. And I remember saying it, but it just did not click. All right, so I guess we're back to this. So we got Spell School Light Essence. There we go. Perfect. So you're able to see through the Spell Cipher and the Grimoires now what the Spell School is. Done. Oh man, I need a drink. Oh, this Pepsi better start waking me up. Ah, delicious. Okay. Done. Oh, you know what? Let me try to look it up here. So what if I do school? Okay, so I can't do a search by school. I can't do a real search for like light spell scroll or anything. Yeah, that sucks. I was hoping to put a keyword in or something, like to have it like read from the tooltip. I guess not. I have a fix to do on Forge, strips and nails. I updated to 4 products for 1 mold, but I forgot to update cost from 25 metal to 100. Quick, everyone, while you can. For this, I'm just gonna put an X there. There we go. You cannot do anything with the survival handbook search. But it's fine. It's fine. You could type in the spell like fireball, and you can see what the spell school is. Light, neutral, dark. All right. It was suggested to make a fourth option for the effects list to make it lower, so you can run the HUD clock mod. I guess. I guess. To the molds. Okay, Lurking, gonna call mom. It's snowing last couple of days and I want to check in on her. Yeah, one of my coworkers was talking about how they got like 18 inches of snow, like as of this morning. It's just coming down, and I'm like an hour 20 minutes away from where that guy was, and we got nothing but disappointment over here. I would have loved to have a bunch of snow. I love the snow. Snow's awesome. All right, so let's do this. I guess first I have to get this this mod. I don't know. I feel like this is dangerously close to that integration, right? But I'll do it. Although it would also be cool if you know, if that mod made it to where you could pick different anchor points as well. I'll just say that. All right, let's put in clock. What is this thing called? Alarm clock. Is it this one? No. There it is. Simple HUD clock. Oh, it's still for 1.19.x. Oh. I guess I can guesstimate where it would be. I'm not gonna put an outdated mod on and then install a third-party patch to get it working. It's too much effort. It's way too much effort. I guess I can. Let's get a buff. Let's get a buff going. Let's do. There we go. We'll do Soaring Leap. Boop. Yeah. Oh, some of these buffs are awesome. All right, so we got the effects list up there. I guess. It's not like I know the font size or anything. Let's see if there's any more screenshots. Can I glean the information here? So this is what we're looking at. I can't see the border. Oh, but there's this, there would be this whole temporal storm thing. The question is, how deep does this go? I mean, do I have to put the effects list, like right here, then? Like, bring it down to there? I just don't know. I don't know. What should I do? Should I just wait on this? Should I just wait? Is anyone else using the this mod, this clock mod? Is this worth the effort? Boo 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 boo. I'll wait. I know there's a little delay. We'll see if someone answers. If no one answers, I'll probably just skip this for now. If someone answers and they're like, "Hey, I use it. Can you please bump it down?" I'll give it a try. Honestly, it's not going to be much work. Not using the clock, but I do use one of the UI mods. Well, does one of the UI mods come in conflict with this? See, like this would have been fine to do because I would just put it like down here, right? But if that UI mod like expands and like, you know, then you're gonna have to use the configs to put it in the center or over here. Although over here doesn't really work, so you'd really only have the choice of like center. Yeah, I made the right side justification. I made that just because there are some mods that roll without maps or anything. So I like the idea of having it like anchored on the other side because of that. So, do we have a problem? Do we not have a problem? Am I moving this down to here? Is it getting bumped down in the queue? Did it not answer the automated callback? Configs are awkward. Might as well hook controls into UI windows directly. Also, hello. I'm not going to use a third-party mod, though, to do that. I know there's, like, the config library and stuff. I'm not going to make my mod, you know, compatible with that and be able to let people do stuff like that. Honestly, mainly because I don't know how to. And I don't want a mod like that to be out of date because the developer decided to, you know, have real life happen. And now I got to prune that stuff back out. So it's a lot easier to just get like static places for this stuff to go, right? You know, here, or here, right? If I need to bump it down a little bit to help, I could do that too. And really in the configs, you just put like a zero's default and then a 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I tell you what it is. I mean, that's the kind of thing I'd want in the default game. Any game, honestly. Well, yeah, I mean, it would be nice if Vintage Story just allowed me to hook in, but, you know, let them work on, I guess, the other things, the other important things. Give us more cool stuff. This was a redo of like a guidebook entry here for the Sanctum tutorial. I'm not going to waste time on stream to do that. I think this is done. No one has complained, so I think that is done. I thought I had a lot more to do. I feel like I'm forgetting something too. Something big. What am I forgetting? Who has played the version I just released? What was missing from it? I fixed the issue with repairing the magicians and archmage staffs already. There's weirdness with the grimoires, like the tier 1 attack spells not reflecting the right information. I can't get it to happen. Like, it's, you know, at worst case scenario, you know, grimoires may have to be recreated. Like, I don't know. It shouldn't be the case. It should just work. I don't know why people are seeing joint things. No idea. I can't replicate it, so. And I'm using the same world that I had these grimoires already in. So I think this is because of pre-patch grimoires, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'll show you. I can talk through it. So what happens here is, so I have two systems of grimoire creation. You could change it in the configs. So let's pull up the configs. We'll start there. All right, where is it? I think it's right under this section. Nope, I'm wrong. Spellforge, Oculus. This is it. So originally I had it to where when you created a grimoire, it had randomized stats. It could be either good stats or bad stats. I had removed that system, and everything is created with baseline stats. And then I put the option back in here. So it's off by default, but people can toggle this to true, and then they can get the random grimoire stats back. And they can put what their min and max is, right? So if you want just either baseline stats or, you know, 150% increase to whatever the stat is, you know, you could just configure each thing independently, right? That being said, if we go into grimoire creation, where is it? Right up top. Block entity station, Oculus Core. There, grimoire creation should be down here. Nope, too far down. Here it is, right here. So basically, I go through the spell list, right? And this right here is where, like, if it's true and you can randomize stats, I get the stats, I do the calculations for you, and then I save those stats as an attribute on that spell, right? So I save it as an attribute. If you have it disabled, so like all the grimoires everyone has made, they're grimoires without any kind of attributes. That's important to remember. So in here, this is the display stuff. I have it to where if it detects an attribute tag for mana cost, cast time, duration, right? Like anything special that's been modified on that grimoire, it's going to use those values instead. And then it displays those values. So the reason why I don't think it's your Oculus is because of right in here, right? Unless someone went into the configs and they said this right here, they toggled that to true. So if someone did that and toggled that to true, yes, you would have to remake your grimoires because it wrote whatever those other stats were and saved them to that item, and it's now part of that item. If this was false, which is the default, if this is set to false, any grimoires that are created will have the initial stats, which, you know, like little screenshot that I showed, right? So that's why this whole thing's been kind of confusing, because, you know, it's like, I don't know, there's a couple things it could be. You know, the big test here is go into creative, hover over, and see what those stats are on that grimoire. If you see it says 4-second cast time on it, then you probably have to recreate that grimoire that you got, because you set that one thing to true and it wrote those stats as an attribute. There we go. So that's my explanation. That's how this stuff works, popping up the hood. Yeah, look at all that. Got all of these spells. Prize. What am I working on? I'm gonna need some You need some guidance here. What should we... What else is broken? What else is broken? I don't know. I don't know. I would like things to be kind of normalized a little bit so I can start making new things. I don't think anyone's really had any crashes. I should look into making utility blocks. Yeah, you should. Yeah, my did you like this right here? My utility block here, the old botanical matrix. Yeah, let's go into the throwaway world. The Vice Caves Tales. Ah, thank you, Malice. Yeah, I think that's what I was forgetting. I remember there was something else, but I wasn't able to write it down, you know, or copy and paste the text. That's right, I had X skills in this world. Let me check these plants here. Yeah. Yet again, another great harvest. Right. Your plants die. Oh. Dead plants. Back on. Bam. Starts to recover them. You know you want to come back to life. There we go. I have returned. Welcome back. Yeah, we partially confirmed this with players already on the server. We should be okay now after I fidget for a while. Nice. No, Mom, but I did get some rice and gravy. Nice. Been generally pretty stable. Yeah. It's almost harvest season. It's getting there. Look at that guy just flying around. You know, I have to say, I really thought I was going to get a bunch of people who hated one thing that I did in the last update. But I'm not going to say what it is, but I thought people were going to come out with pitchforks. I was ready for it. Nice, that's cool to see. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I know what you think of this, but allowing the enchanted stone and associated blocks to stack to 64 for construction purposes would be epic. What are you talking about? Enchanted stone? Enchanted stone? Let me get rid of these bags. They're not doing anything. Like, I mean, well, in the enchanted stone item stacks up to 64. You talking about this? Oh, stacks to 16, huh? Well, this is, let's see. Let's look at something like stairs. Okay, those go up to 64. Let's look at brick. Fire brick. Okay, that's 64. Let's look at what's the other block? I can't think of the other block. You know what? I don't have a problem with stacking them. Do people want higher stack sizes for these guys, all the bricks and stuff? Is that what people do? People want that? I'll do it right now. All right, because Astrolith, yeah, it stacks of 16. You could double your field efficiency by digging one block below, then plants can be next to each other. Yep, that is true. That is 100% true. And I did not fight against that. I haven't played in like a week or so. Did you do anything with clay forming? If so, I have a question. I don't do really anything with clay forming. I do one thing with clay forming still. That is the frame, the utility block frame. wherever that item is. It's in here. There it is. It's right there. So I make it to where you have to make a utility block frame to make utility blocks, but that's it. Maybe tonight may have a very stupid idea for a feature, drunk casting. It would finally make a use for alcohol. I don't know. I actually don't drink IRL, so I'm not motivated to make alcohol a staple of Magic. I feel strongly about it either way. Oh, you don't feel strongly about it either way. Yeah, I've been building with it and had to make a crate for it because of how low the stack size is. Most of our construction uses vanilla blocks. Do see its use for construction. Then again, logs only stack to 16. I mostly use those for building. All right, so I'm just gonna make it 64. I'll make it 64. Come on, sick Vice. Come on. All right, enchanted stone. There we go. Stack size 16. Let's make it 64. The ornate stone. Oh, I have this disabled, but if I ever decide to put this ornate stone back in, we'll give it a stack size of 64. Stairs. Resistance. Is this already 64? This may actually already be 64. Let's get some stairs. Yep, it's already 64. Nice. All right, so let's get the astrolith. Let's come on down to here. Let's make this 64 as well. Double check the astrolith stairs. Yep, that should be fine. Double check enchanted stone. All the stairs should be fine. So let's look at netherite. 64. And zeganite. 64. Let me just double check the rest of the stairs. 64 of those. 64. 64 and 64. Good. There we go. Done. Rift anchors, breaking artifacts. So let's see, definitely smaller than a block in size. It's like a little bowl. Rift anchors, breaking artifacts, utility blocks are on my to-do list. Your to-do list of what? I don't know what the to-do list is. Wild magic though. Man, people get angry about, like, that's all I need is another thing. Oh man, I don't like that. I get drunk and cast a spell and it's another spell. That's terrible. It makes it your mod unplayable. There you go. Hey, I'm predicting the future here. Look at that. Maybe I should buy a lotto ticket. And already log in, right? I'm envisioning it. I get on my computer and I open up Discord and I got some new messages ticked up top of people reaching out to me. I'm added in the chat and I look at it and I'm like, I don't have like 10 minutes to go through all this right now, right? Let me go to the website, right? Let's go to the ModDB page. Nope. You see a bunch of little messages up there. People pounding on my door. No. Hey, for parody. Also, Vice, happy Valentine's Day to you and your house. Oh, right back at you, Quixote. Hope your Valentine's Day is going awesome. We're still on tier 1 magic right now because iron is so hard to come by. Yeah, Bill, I'm going to be changing. Like, I want this to be stable right now. Once this update is stable, then I want to kind of rework the tier system. Maybe detach it from copper, iron, and steel, and come up with my own way of doing it, which also means that it's going to be kind of a big shift. Let's go into the other world. Here, let's go into the creative world. It means that some items may actually not be needed anymore. To-do list of stuff I need to get into when I play next time. Re-enable spacebar heating. Features I forgot about or never got around to trying. It's like me! I touch it once and then I literally action roll away from it onto the next thing. I would exclusively play that. I used to play Unofficial Warlock. Feels like every 10-20 spell was Wild Surge. Man, people got mad when I was blowing things up on them. It's too mean! At least it's not some random person whining about a particular creature in the mod. What are you talking about, Vexes? Are you reading my comments too? There are people like, the sentries are horrible. I'm like, you know, don't swat at the bee then. I don't know. Like, you gotta focus now. You guys can't complain. You got the focus of enshroudment. Put that in your hands and you know, go about your business. Add some for gold or silver, since those kind of don't have a use except for black bronze. Add some somewhat. For like tier stuff? Hey, I'm an agent of chaos. I mean, it could be fine with copper, iron, steel tiers. I know we did rare ores in our world generation, so it's really not an issue probably. More of me just being salty. Well, see, the problem is the regular world that people will play on, people can like sprint steel in a day. You know, and then there are other people who are, you know, who play at a normal rate, and it takes them a long time to get to steel, right? You know, because they're the ones like smelling the flowers, not being like, oh, I could just go right to this, I find this, right? Hobo around till they find what they want and then start making steel. So it was always a flimsy system as it is. What I would like to see happen is this whole white part here, this is tier 1. All of the different staves you can make, right? Like expand the staff system, you know, have it to where you dip into essence here, and then that's that. And then tier 2 would be this stuff right here, right? That opens up the grimoire system, you know, like that way I would just be spreading out the systems, you know, make the staves feel better. Basically, I think I would have staves be pretty much what tier 1 grimoires are right now. And then like tier 2 spells, right? You would have your grimoire, right? Your staff grimoire. And then maybe tier 3 could be another type of spell casting. And that one would require its own thing. And maybe that one could have like conjuration point system, and it could be more for like the minions. But yeah. No, I was catching on my FS Wilds, and there were just random comments saying that they liked the mod, but they didn't like the fondling big titty creature. What, they don't like square boobies? What's wrong with them? I get people, you know, people don't like drones, they hit too hard. People don't like sentries because they shoot you with magic. That's what I get. Too many spawn, too few spawn. You know, this song right here. I'm gonna claw out your eyes and drown you to death. That's... Woo! Besides Loki, who rushes steel in a day, right? Also, I know I'm being facetious, but IRL day, or in-game day. I'm talking about IRL day. I hope someone can't do it in an in-game day. At that point, we got to start adding Tyrone and having them redo his game a little bit. I guess I just miss the kind of linear feeling of Minecraft, right? Like, you go down, you make your cobblestone pick, right? And you find some copper, you smelt it, right? You make your not copper, some iron. You make your iron pick, and then you could start tunneling down. I mean, gold, like diamond is like the next thing, but you know what I mean. It felt kind of nice because there was a clear, like, I have an iron sword, and I know what the monsters are that I'm going to be facing, right? And I know that the math is just easier. I know I'm going to just do more damage, you know? Thought you could have silver and gold next to iron and steel as well. Like, having gold could be the same teal as steel. No, but Leonard, you can pan and get gold nuggets. Then you could pretty much in a game day like get to the steel equivalent. Man, you know how much gold I find when I go panning? and I look at it and I'm like, ugh, I can't do anything with this. I think they're great and threatening enough for me to have to run sometimes. I make them slow. Just strafe to the left or right. Listen for that, and then just run to the left. Run to the right. Copper pick, what the fuck? I didn't know. Yeah, I always made copper picks. In the very beginning, like, sure, you make like your first wooden pick, but I mean, once you get cobblestone, it's nothing but copper cobblestone everything. Why do I keep saying copper? All right, what am I working on here? What am I working on? What am I adding? What am I subtracting? I haven't really gotten... Oh, let me look at these scrolls before I forget. Malice had reminded me, and then I started to go off on something else. Oh, all of these are set to 250. Ooh. That is incorrecto. Incorrect. Let's go to... Oh yeah, forgot panning existed. Right? Scrolls bugged. I got it. I'm on it. Item... Runic scroll. Oh, that's why. All right. So let's go into here. Let's do if. Paste that in. And I will say if in slot dot item stack dot collectible dot code dot path dot contains tier 1 dash tier 1. Do that. Paste. If it's tier 2 or tier 3, give the tier 2 and tier 3 equivalent. All right, let's see. 250, 750, 1250. Done. A 1 minute fix. I like it. You know, I kind of want to do something more with the summon light spell. I want to give these things like more colors. I don't know. Didn't someone talk about some kind of spell? Some kind of lighting spell effect. I think they did today. No, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to pursue that. You were adding the nether portal? You mean like with this? This is gonna bring you guys found it. I made the nether world dimension right here. Sad part is you can only get to it from you know, from this. Oh, you know what? It's not that. Not that. Hold on. Rustbound magic. Which one is it? Is it this one. Yeah. I think it's this world. Nether rust. Nether rust using a secret Oculus recipe. Bill Bonte? That's something I would absolutely do. You know what I would do? Just out of like spite, a critical failure. I would have a % chance that a critical failure can happen with the Oculus, and basically it would open up like the portal. Like it would become a portal to, you know, my version of the Nether if I had it in. Would totally do that. Totally. See right here, this right here, that's the portal. If you ever go through this, it'll take you right to the Nether. Who put graffiti all on these walls? Rust is such a hideous color, though. Inescapable fact, it wouldn't be rust. Wasn't that color? I know, it feels like Mad Max. Like I'm not in. I don't really care for the whole post-apocalyptic. Every single thing looks like broken crap. Give me some new stuff too. That way it's more of a shock value, right? And it's not like a, you know, it's not like a, oh, it's okay because everything is like that. Oh, something like that follows a player? You mean like... Here, I'll just do a neutral wisp. There we go. So you mean something like this? Just lumbering around. I mean, it's funny that its name is Fuzzy Nuts, but... worst part of post-apocalyptic stuff is that when you find some kind of civilization, but it looks like they've moved in 5 minutes ago, has done zero work to improve their situation, right? Ooh, that's sick. I want one. Well, technically they're in the game. Like you could. There's there are 4 different wisp pets. Right there. The neutral, the light, dark, and then the crimson, because red's my favorite color. Yeah, I love it. Oh man, 200 years later, people still build with corrugated metal and car wrecks, right? Right? But these the quote unquote human survivors apparently have a pretty good economy and live out of carts. I was gonna say, where's this light coming from? Right there, Fuzzy Nuts. I like the new portal. I like it. All right, what am I working on? Did anyone find anything else that's broken? They're lumbering around here. It drifts too far. It's like, wait a minute. Where are you going, Fuzzy Nuts? Do. No, Fuzzy Nuts, you may go. Dismiss. There we go. I mean, building with salvage stuff is fine, but if you live somewhere for like 20 years, why are there holes in the walls, right? I like that the void still looks like an unblinking eye. You know, there is a little hidden secret in the devouring void. I have shaders in here where it looks like there is an open rust eye that looks at you. But I like the idea of it like looking more like a black hole than just an eye that's looking at you. I ended up moving that into where is it? The Spell Forge. So what I had was, let's see, where's a Spell Forge in this world? There we go. I knew I had some. Here, let's get a cipher. Doesn't matter which one. Right? So, oh, this isn't, I gotta break this. I think I broke this world before, so a lot of this stuff is, like, borked. No, what's wrong? Why can't I do this? Did I break something? Is this something that's broken? Oh, insert a blank. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. just ignore the vice. I'm sick. All right, ignore me. Oh, you know what I could do? Here. I gave myself fireball. Let's get rid of it. Oh, wait, it's not going to be a blank cipher anymore. I'd have to put it back through. Here, we'll throw that over there. I'll just get a damn blank cipher. This crap. There we go. So in here, I actually have it to where when the portal grows bigger, I have it commented out, but when the portal grows bigger, I do have what looks like an eyeball, kind of, that like looks back at you. That's kind of rust colored. Because I wanted you to like peer into the void and have it looking back at you, because I wanted to freak people out a little bit. Just a little bit. You need a blank cipher, bud. You can clear out unwanted ciphers. Nice. Yeah, save you some resources. Feels like there's some explicit trading happening with magic here and there. Maybe. If you're good to the rust can be good to you. Yeah, so right there when it opens up, I have an eyeball that just kind of like, it looks like it's always looking at you. Devouring Void consumes things, returns Dark Essence. Yes. It does consume things. Is there anything else that people have found that's broken? Anything else that I've missed? Probably a lot of things that I've missed. You know what's funny? I haven't seen like any drones during my playthrough. I'll see the sentries kind of bumbling around a little bit, but I do not see any of my any drones. There we go. Yeah, so you can see me from that far away. I don't think that's that big of a deal. See, I could just like run over here. Oh, that bear's gonna want to eat my biscuits. And look, see, the guy stopped following me. How are these mobs like overtaking people? I don't understand. Oh, I can make the magic brick spell. No, I'm not gonna make magic brick. I may make the I may make my enchanted stone bricks throwable though. They can do rust damage. 1 point of rust damage. Gaze into the rust portal for lore. Tossing stuff to get books out. That's the Oculus, right? It's the Oculus. A heavy armor and stuff probably. Yeah. What can I work on? I got like maybe 10-15 minutes left. I think it's ready. I think I'm ready for another update. I fixed everything. Some people had a couple bug reports that they put in. I like that people are using the GitHub bug reports. It's awesome. Let's pop Soaring Leap on here. Oh, what was that? Let's see. Item stack, get stack, return. Oh, is it because I moved my mouse wheel right at the end of that cast? Oh, yeah, item stack was null. All right, we're going to put a safety check in here. All right, so we will say if... I'll do it right here. I'll do if... slot item stack Here, close that out. Move that out of my face. Slot item stack equals null. Return. There we go. So we'll skip past that. We're gonna restart. I'm gonna rebuild, and then we're gonna do that again. We're gonna cast that spell, and right at the end, I'm gonna move my mouse wheel, and we'll see if my new if statement catches it. Some people seem fundamentally unfamiliar with navigating 3D space. Yes. I personally love an interaction between rune stones and ancient markers. Looks cool. Both have runes on them. What kind of interaction? Oh man. Oh yeah, that's right. I crashed out. All right, let's do this. Right, I was in game mode 1. Did I have only one? Hold on, let's do game mode 2. Soaring leap. Let's get a couple of these for testing. Oh, it can't broadcast your bar. Here, let's move this. Copy. Let's put it right up here. And we're going to return false. So this should interrupt. Aha, there we go. Boom, incomplete. See, now if I do it, it would just release the spell on me. Or actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay. Body feels lighter than air. This freaking jump. Freaking slam dunk. Sign me up, coach. What a leap, huh? Whenever someone's like, oh, I need more attack spells. It's Rust Mage isn't as good as the other things. Can other classes put on spells and buffs to do things like that? No, they can't. Boop. Pop those trousers back on. That's right. See my screenshot and memes, for instance. Maybe it could buff or enable alternative modes. Well, I don't want to stray too far from buffs. I made a decision to make buff spells be spells. A similar thing. So, for instance, I had an idea for rituals. You'd be able to take your magic chalk out. Let's pull up some magic chalk. And let's say you create, here we go. You create the you create the pattern on the ground, right? Now then you put down your little talisman, you cast the spell, and it consumes this, and it gives you like a minor run speed buff for whatever, 5 minutes or so. So that's what, oh, I almost just bit it. But I had to make a decision to not do that because I already give you the swiftness spell. I love for my void work. I'd love for my void to work in the day too, even if it doesn't give essence. Yeah, so you would... I think I get what you're talking about then. I mean, I do have... Well... I had an idea here for Moonstone. And I was going to make it to where you can make Moonstone caps, right here. And if you use these caps with a celestial prism, game mode 2, it would actually reverse. It would make the celestial prisms work really well, but only at night. So you're talking about interactions like that. So like it would be something like, yeah, you know what, Devouring Void would be on, but you know, it could be during the day and it does something else. I can start recommending some D&D spells at this point, but I feel like we're about 3-4 level spells right now. But gets into challenging shit like AoE spells and gate spells and conjuration stuff. Yeah. No, it's in relation to rune stones, like add 15% better to Celestium Prism. I mean, runestone caps already make the Celestial Prism better. But you put 4 charged cores on the runestones. So you're talking about modifying the runestones to then modify other things? A moonstone looks super pretty. Pretty, what's it made out of? Well, this is made out of moonstone. It's this exclusive item right here. That little guy right there. Little moonstone. Boop. It's all shiny. It's made of bits of the moon, which also you can eat like cheese. Yeah, I had the idea for like moonstone and bloodstone. Where's it? There it is. So you got moonstone and then you got bloodstone, which has its own little like shimmer to it as well. And of course the bloodstones. Like in the screenshot, it means you put runestone, you put a charged monolith on top for faster. So you're talking about souping up the runestones on essence generators by stacking more blocks on or around it. Right? Damn, now I got memories of Wallace and Gromit flooding back. The moonstone idea, basically, but with markers. I don't know. I mean, I could be convinced into it, but... yeah, you're talking about... why don't I have a setup in this world? This world's terrible. I thought I would have something. You know what? I'll just put it here. So, like... oh, man, my head. Oh, at least I'm not, like, super stuffed up. We're talking about something like that. Whoops. I don't know, maybe. It depends. It depends. I mean, runestones are the staple block that a lot of my code looks for. So I would have to... I don't know. I mean, you could throw it in the Discord and get people talking about it. It's gonna take work to do something like that, though. You put them on top of runestones? Yeah, but you're not understanding. I still have to figure out where that block is, and I have to add more code and inject code in all the other places where I look to see what your runestone caps are, right? And then I have to expand on that code to also put conditionals in to say, yeah, now if you see this charged ancient spire on top of your runestone, and we'll just say this is runestone, right? This is going to be more complex than, you know what I mean? Well, you got to spread this out one more, right? Like it'd probably be out there. So it'd be like this. Bam. But yeah, I mean, I'd have to be like, I'd have to be talked into it, because that is more work to do. Pillar, rune stone, and then that on top. But yeah, I mean, pitch it, let's see. I mean, if someone comes up and they're like, yeah, you know what, you could do blank with something like that, you know, and gets people excited, I would put in the couple nights it would take to touch everything. I also would have to make sure that people like actually thoroughly test beforehand, or else I'm going to be completely breaking the system for an update. I will definitely rely on testers. So it'd be something like that. Just imagine the red's runestone. Oh man. All right, it's 5:03. Let's do what if that system is used to cast spells in a large AoE according to the sequence of runes on charged pylons, markers, and such. Like, this setup of runes can cast Fertilize in a 15 block radius whenever it has 50 essence in that generator. I don't know. That's a whole other system itself there. That's what you're referring to, Bill Bonte, is the old world magic system. I had a little ritual altar in the middle, and it was basically, you would draw out the rune pattern and put the reagents in and cast the spell, and it would do like AoE mass fertilize or AoE mass like hydrate crops and stuff like that. But I tried to do away with that kind of setup for things, and also I wanted to do away with the overlap. The fertilize spell, for instance, it was better as I already had it as a mage spell, so you could do it as a mage spell, which no one ever used, because you could just set up, you know, something like this in the middle of your field, you know, with your little altar, and then you'd be able to just put the seeds in and stuff, draw out your runes, and then bam, cast it once, and it would just and it did a huge range. Like on max, it was like from maybe that corner, like all the way to that hill, it would just bam, you know, like instantly, you know, fertilize everything. But yeah, I ended up scaling back runes, and now I could be convinced to add something specific in for runes that gives you minor buffs. So this is my thought for some buffs. If I do the rewrite and you have primitive world magic, you know, primitive not world magic, primitive wands for tier 1, right? I move the sanctum back, I move all that stuff back. I could be convinced into having it to where you need to draw like a certain rune pattern, right, on the ground, and then maybe activating it, you know, like you could draw a rune and then activate it, and maybe it like launches you forward, right? Like a little jump forward. Or maybe it gives you, you know, like this right here, maybe it gives you 5 minutes of a speed boost, you know, or, you know, the little things like that, where it's like something quick where you're like, oh yeah, let me draw this on, and then I get, you know, like a better jump, or, you know, I could be convinced into stuff like that, where, you know, it's very cheap. You throw it down, you know, you activate it, and bam. You know, I like that because a Minecraft mod did that, where you would throw like redstone down, you would draw like whatever the stuff is from like redstone, and then you would like right click on, or, you know, you would like use whatever the center of it was, and it would like consume everything and then give you, you know, like where you could double jump, right? And I remember the double jump was like you would jump up and it would put you in water briefly, and then you could jump again. Like, you know, it was like little hacky things like that. But I just like pitching stuff so I don't have to write it down. Yeah, I got you. Local teleporting using that system, as in within short distances, less than 100 blocks, like mages have in their towers instead of stairs. Actually, Malice, I have a portcullis that I've yet to put in. Portcullis idea. So it would be a utility block, right? So it would work just like utility blocks. You would charge it up, and then you could put enchanted stones into it. It would have an interface. You would put enchanted stones in, and it would burn your time, and then it would turn those enchanted stones into one-time use teleporting portals, like a use. So basically it would go back to that portcullis, so I could make a handful of those stones, and then they would be valid for this anchor point, and I can give them to other people, and if crap hits the fan, you could use them like a hearthstone to teleport back to your portcullis. But it would be like one-time use things, and then it would just disappear from your hand. And they would become useless if this ends up breaking, right? If this goes away, then those stones wouldn't, of course, work because it has no portcullis anymore. Sounds really cool. Where you make chalk runes up on the ground to cast an effect or spell. It's like ritual magic. Yeah, I would consider it more like active ritual magic, you know? I love this buff. Just bouncing around. Yeah, but right, you do like whatever the quick symbol is, something like that you could just memorize, and then bam. You know, activate it for like a quick little boost. Isn't there a spell that does that for your spawn, though? Well, there's the portal spell. All right, where's summon? There we go, summon portal. And we'll do it right there. Yeah, so there's this spell that makes a mage portal, right? And you can run into it, and it teleports you to what your spawn location was, which apparently is right here for me. Last couple minutes, other players can go through it. But this is a tier 3 spell. You know, like for you, it would be more like a quick little druid ring. You know, it's just an idea, right? Something to make rituals, maybe something that you would want to cast on the fly. Not as good as a true spell. Like if I did give you a little run speed boost, it would not be as good as like swiftness. You know, that gives you like crazy run speed. I actually had an idea to make a healing ritual where you could put it down and then it would, you know, you could activate it and it would heal you for however many hit points. That was another one of my ideas. Rituals on the fly, eh? Oh. All right, it's 5:10 here. I need to take some medicine and keep kicking this sickness. Oh God. All right, let's find someone to raid. It was pretty productive. This was a pretty productive stream. Not too bad. Actually, I could probably do something more tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream or if I'm just gonna hop in Discord and then do a screen share and then just like work on something. I don't know. Could do that. Who are we gonna raid? Who are we going to raid? Let's see. I have no idea. This is taking way too much brain power from me right now. I feel like my cell phone does. It's always at 10, 5, 15%. That's where my cell phone consistently lives. Alright, go rest up. Yeah, get some rest, drink some water. Hope you get better soon. I managed to dodge this round of the flu recently. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but... Ooh, sucks. sucks. And this light does not help. It's giving me a migraine. Oh. But it's okay. We got drugs for that. Good old aspirin. Who am I gonna raid? I will raid someone new. Maybe. I guess I could raid... Oh, Mischief! Mischief is on! My man! Sorry, Mischief wins. Dregs! Yeah. If you guys are interested in these topics, though, yeah, bring them up in Discord. Bring them up in Discord. Let's do exclamation, or let's do /raid. And we will put in Mischief of Mice. We raiding the mice, you know it. This guy is awesome. Boom. Intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. It's been a good stream. Good stream. I like talking. I like talking about the ideas, because, like, typing and everything, like, it just takes longer. Talking is just so much better. As it sits right now, I think I am ready to, you know, after I deal with the changelog here, go through my change logs and come out with 1.2.2 and see what people think about that. It'll probably be... Honestly, I may be able to get it done in about an hour and a half. I'll be able to come back on. Yeah. And then, you know, you guys can point out what else is broken. But I think with the next update, at least in the alpha chat, I'm going to be mapping out my ideas for the new mage progress. Detach it from, like, the game static, you know, copper, iron, steel, and start to use maybe a more magic-related system of unlocks. Since I'm using, you know, I'm kind of walking my own path anyways, and by doing that, hopefully I can clear some of the redundancy, you know, of having, like, 3 compounds. Alright, everyone, thank you. Have a great day. Bye. See you later. Adios. Bye.